Wait there. Good morning. Right, so what are we going to be doing today? Well, today we're going to be working on this bit of stone. Now, as you remember last week, we cut this piece out of an old stone windowsill. And I've got another piece cut for down there, but I've yet to trim that stone up. I've got a big chunk there I've got to take off, and we've got to cut another piece which is going to go in the corner that way, and then this piece is going to come this way. I'm doing it that way because simply it's awkward to get in here for scaffold tubes and all sorts of stuff. And brickwork, as you can see, is a bit of a mess, so we're going to drop that and reinstate it. Okay, let's crack on with the job. Selection of tools: scutching chisel, and of course the old lump hammer, or club hammer as some of you call them. Right, so I think first job is we'll take these bricks out and yep, take them bricks out. Easier said than done. Of course these ones are just I sat loose on there just as a temporary measure, and then we'll lift out our lovely piece of stone without dropping it, because we don't want to have to spend another half a day cutting a new piece. Alright, put that down there. Okay, so we've got to tackle this bit of brickwork now, so we'll start off with the old plugging chisel in the joint there. Just gently tap away that horrible cement mortar, and already we can see that the brick has got a big chunk out of it there. It's possibly been an old downspout fitting or something been there, and it's gone buggered. So you can see it's all leaning back, that lot. There we go. My chisel stuck. As usual in this area, everything's in a damn mess with the brickwork. Where it's had people bodging it up for years. You know, that's wedged in there now. Very hard to get out because obviously it's got that rock hard cement mortar on everything, and you know, it really does make the job a lot harder. Yes. Just keep working it backward and forward and see if we can't get her frayed up a little bit. There we go, she's coming out now. There we go. Right, so that's the current face of the brick. But we don't throw that in the skip. What we do, we reverse it, because the back side of it wants a bit of a clean, obviously, but the back side of it is a good brick. So we'll keep that and it'll go back in. At £2 a brick, it's yeah, definitely worth keeping. Same again with this one. You know, it's not too bad, so that'll be reused. And again with that one. But we won't need to reverse those because they're alright. Now that brick there is tying through, but we'll have it out because it's tilted and not correct. And we want it correct, don't we? Now you can see in the cavity here, look, this muck. Cavity wall insulation. This is a Victorian townhouse, and somebody's come to the occupants and talked them into having this muck put in the cavity. So they agree and they have it done, and you know, a year, maybe 2 years down the line, they're getting damp patches everywhere, and they don't know why. Well, it's because of this stuff. You know, there's very, very little, if none at all, cavity in these old Victorian buildings, and this stuff, it gets caught up on everything, and it touches on the outside skin, and water gets in, and it soaks through this, and before you know it, you've got a damp patch. But who am I? You know, who am I? Right, we'll give you a look inside there. There we go. Right, oh, get you in position. Right, see that there? That is one huge floor joist coming through from the inside. So again, you've got all this insulation muck all over it, you know, and it gets any damp in there, it's going to rot that joist end, which could be quite bad if you're upstairs and the floor collapses. Okay, right, so the next job, need to trim this back a bit. Yes. Very awkward to get in. Oh dear, lost a brick there. It can't go anymore now. We're safe. Yes, we're right back that one, but you know, I've got to be careful how much I do on here because I'm only down for repairing a bit. The whole damn thing needs repairing. But of course, this stonework here, you know, it's really gone beyond recutting. It's in a mess. It's rotten. You know, it's soft and rotten. I mean, you could put some binding agents on it to try and sort of stop the rot any further, but you know, then you're having to fill all this lot out with lime or romp cement or something. You know, and we're not down for that. We're down for repairing a couple of bits in the corner there. We've got a lad in doing the paint stripping, and he's going to fill it all and then paint it all. So what the hell? And yes, I did advise her that she'd be better off not painting it, but fell on deaf ears, as it often does. Right, what's the next stage now? Well, the next stage is to go and get the cutter, put a line down that, chip some out to the right depth, cut our stone to size, start bedding everything in and rebuilding. That's the next step and the next challenge. And a challenge it will be, although it's not as bad now because we've got things out of the way now, so that's good. Right, I'll go and get some tools. You go and have a cup of tea in the warm. Right, get myself in position. I'm a bit comfy here. Right, so what's the plan? Well, the plan is we're going to cut a series of slots into that with that, so that it's easier to chisel it away. Because again, you know, it's you can't get in to work the damn stuff. So here we go. Yeah. And there we go. That's that lot chopped. That's the dusty bit over and done with. So next we've got to remove the bits of stone off there. Which again isn't easy with this damn scaffold tube in the way. I mean, some chaps and I would put the bloody grinder through that and cut it off. You can see now how the separate little square chunks are all snapping off fairly easily. I mean, you barely have to hit it to get it to come off. Alright, another attack with the old grinder, I think, now. We're getting there. It's so easier than it was the other day when we were trying to cut through it, and I've not brought the old big hammer with me, the big plough to... You can't beat the taste of dust first thing in the morning. Oh, good, good. That was lovely. Right, we get in there. Ow. It couldn't be in a more awkward place, this. Awkward bugger. You can get in with a slightly longer chisel. Will that make a difference? Oh yes. They've got to be careful as well that I don't actually snap the lintel. I don't think there's much chance of that though, but you still got to be careful. Snap the bugger and I'm in trouble, aren't I? That'll be a trip to quarry and a few quid out of my pocket. I mean, we're working stone. It's slowly but surely. You can't just fly into it like you can with, say, for example, a piece of timber. You know, a piece of timber. You measure it, mark it, cut it. Stone will, especially doing this kind of stonework, it'll bugger you about all day long. I mean, some of you at this point might be thinking, well, why isn't he just taking it out like he's done there? Well, this is supporting all the brickwork above, isn't it? So if I was to take a big chunk out at the end of that, where it's rotten, that won't be sat on anything. So I have to leave a big meaty piece at the back of it to support the building. And then what we'll do, we'll put a thin piece of stone over the top of that, which will make a nice repair. And providing we do it properly, it's going to last years and years. We're a little bit late this week getting the video out. I wasn't really able to get you any footage this week. It was difficult with the weather. Plus, all I've been doing is standing there pointing, and obviously there's nothing exciting about me standing there pointing for you to see. So I thought I'd wait until today, which is Friday, to quickly give you a video on how to repair stone. It's a bit of a follow-up video, this one, with what we did this time last week when we cut it all out and cut the stone to size, etc. TikTok, we're getting there. So yesterday, there's horrendous rain, so I didn't come in. So what I did a little job for Lady Stella. And for those of you who don't know who Lady Stella is, she's actually my better half. And what she wanted doing was a thermostatic valve on a radiator changing. I'm not a plumber. I don't know what I'm doing with it, you know. I had a rough idea. But anyway, after nearly all day buggering about trying to get air out of the system, I finally figured out how to do it. And it's all running nice now. But we're not going to be taking plumbing up for a living anytime soon. I mean, the guy that I used to do all gas work and plumbing and stuff for me was a friend, and he's now retired. He's packed it in. So I'm kind of buggered now. I know there's plenty out there, but you know, we used to look after each other. I'd do a cheap job for him, he'd do a cheap job for me. It's the way it worked. But now I'd have to pay some lad the full whack, which is a dear do. Oops. That's why you have a guard on them. The thing is, the stone cutting disc that I've got doesn't fit that grinder. I haven't got the other grinder with me, so it's only a cut. Don't worry. A bit of claret will come out. That's about it. Hey, right, there's that bit of stone. Let's have a look how much we need to take out now. Yeah, boy. Right, still a bit off that top edge, isn't there? Right, so we need to go in now. I'd say another inch, maybe another inch. Yes. We'll go back in with the grinder only this time. Mind your fingers. One, two, three, four, five. Yep, we're all right. I've still got them all. Right, I think we'll use the old scutching chisel now to try and get in there. That's better. Oh, that's nice. I think the coat's going to have to come off. Getting a bit warm. So you've got to watch this grinder, because if you get your angle wrong when you're going in, it'll rip on you, it'll jam. And because I'm in like a confined space there, it can be quite dangerous. Rip it out of your hands and then fly everywhere and saw your leg off or something. Whew. Definitely gonna have to take this coat off. So it's gonna be 9 degrees today. Almost summer. Didn't know that. I mean, some of this will have to be filled out, you know. I mean, we're not going to get it perfect on here, because you go into stuff that's already started to rot. But you know, mate, I like to get it right, and it's not always allowed. Right, that's it, coat's coming off. I think I'm going to have to cut a piece out of this stone, because I can't really get it off up there. I'm bothered I'm going to damage the mantle above it. So we'll cut a slice out of this stone. You watch me snap the bugger now. Right, try her again. Still a big chunk of it up there that I can't get it out. Couple of high spots there, just whipping them off. Nice. That's nice. We'll get there eventually. Still just that one little bit there where I can't get in with the damn chisel. Alright, let's make that final effort. Get that bugger off there. Yeah. That there, you bugger. Let's see if she'll fit now. I think we're about there with that, to be honest. Not going to get it any better than that. Of course, I've not got the straight edge up here with me, but we're there with that now. That's in. That's in. Right. So what happens with that piece now is it gets bedded on top of the brick, top of the stone, up to the stone, mortar on the back of it. So that's bedded in, and then the big piece that has a bed on the joint, and it pushes to this piece and traps it in there, because that big piece isn't going to fall out Like I said, I'm doing the big piece in 2 pieces purely for ease. There's no other reason I'm doing it in 2 pieces. It's because I'm struggling on my own trying to manoeuvre it and get it in. If we were doing the stone and it was a restoration job, yeah, I'd have done it in 1 piece, to be honest, but it's all going to get bloody painted, isn't it? So the reason that they've got us doing this is because they have water ingression, because the stone in that corner had completely disappeared. So it needed replacing. And doing what I'm doing will replace it. Keep that rain out. There should be more bloody insulation in the cavities. Terrible stuff. Right, here we go. Of course, you wet all the stone up first. In she goes. I think I can get some more on that top edge there, actually. Can I? Right, try again. That's better. I'm not going to bother plumbing it. What I'm going to do is put a little metal straight edge on to make sure it's in line with the existing piece. Which it is. The old straight edge there. Alright, so we have a second piece in place next. Now bear in mind, very tight joints on here, so minimal amounts of mortar. Right, so big heavy lump gone. Right. Okay. Just pasting up the edge of the stone with a bit of water. Again, only thin. Just to give it that seal from the weather. Forward a bit. Checking in line with the other piece, which it is. Very nice, very nice. Right, where's that? I'll pack all these out properly when I come to point the front. It's just temporary for now, this. Just to keep worse at weather out. I can feel rain, which isn't good. I've taken downspout off and I'm right under the outlet, which means it's going to cascade down all of what I'm doing. Now there's a classy bit of pointing for you. Let's put a bit of silicone in it. That'll stop the damp. People, eh? You know, that's going to be a bugger to get out. And look at that up there. That's all gone as well. That's also going to be a bugger to sort. Well, there's silicone on there as well. Somebody's basically what they've done, all this brickwork here, you can see it all moving. They stuck it together with silicone. Yeah. Right. Okay. We're done. Right, well, it's all back together again. but the weather has turned for the worst, and it's horrible. It's cold, and it's wet and slippery. Well, that's that stonework back in now and done. And I've got the little piece there, look. That's in as well. But don't forget, it has the downspout going down there, so you won't actually see that as such, which was always the plan. And you can see the pointing that let's squeeze through there. Pointing that we've got done this week, all the way up there and all the way down there and round there. But it's not the best job I've ever done, I've got to admit. But the state of the bricks, really, it's not surprising. And I bought a new gadget. I bought one of those receptacle saws. You know the things. Not a nice DeWalt one, a battery one, 18 volt. And I'm going to use it with a masonry cutting blade to cut round these bricks so we can lift them out and reverse them. Again, the price of these damn bricks now, and it's getting old of them. You know, and there's a lot of them in this gable end that need changing. You know, they're everywhere, absolutely everywhere. So I think the new tool will get a bit of work. Anyway, that's the end of this week's video because it's raining and it's horrible, and I'm going to go home. Have an early Friday. So if you enjoyed, give us that big thumbs up. Anybody with any questions or comments, feel free to leave them. I always try and answer your comments. They are appreciated. And give us that big thumbs up. Those thumbs up apparently puts the video out more, so more people get to see it, which is always nice. Also, welcome to this week's new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. Lots of videos on here. It's not just today's, there are lots to choose from. All sorts of things working on. Church bell towers to lime plastering to bits of brickwork and stonework, all sorts of stuff. So have a flick through the channel. And if you haven't subscribed and you'd like to see some more of our videos, feel free to subscribe. We don't charge you. All you do is just click that subscribe button and you're part of the gang. Right, people, we shall see you next week, where we shall be messing about with this old building again, trying to make it somewhat like. No, that's very easy. It's buggered. Right, see you next week.